If you took any 100 successful businessmen and asked them to name the book that has most inspired them, you would undoubtedly hear one title over and over: Atlas Shrugged, the epic novel by Ayn Rand. Why? Why do so many businessmen love Atlas Shrugged? Well, because in the form of a thrilling novel with inspiring heroes, it does something no other book has ever done. It presents the pursuit of profit, the essence of business, as a profoundly moral activity. Observe that while profit-seeking is widely regarded as economically indispensable, it is also widely regarded as morally tainted, if not outright immoral. This applies not just to attempts to profit via theft or fraud, but to the pursuit of profit as such. For example, pharmaceutical companies who successfully develop and sell life-saving drugs, and oil companies who explore the ends of the earth to extract more of a vital resource, are routinely castigated for their high profits. And those who defend profit-seeking do so not on moral grounds, not as morally good, but as some kind of amoral means to a higher noble end, the quote-unquote public good. That is, the good of everyone besides businessmen themselves. Now, to the extent that honest, productive businessmen absorb this view of their profession, and most do to some extent, they experience unearned guilt over their work, and they're unable to morally challenge the ever-increasing taxes and regulations foisted on them in the name of the public good. Atlas Shrugged rocks their world. The heroes of Atlas Shrugged are a group of great achievers, mostly businessmen who, like businessmen today, live in a world that damns them, shackles them, and drains them. But these achievers refuse to accept this treatment. They fight back. They go on strike. They refuse to work in a society that at once depends on their achievements, but at the same time brands them as immoral for seeking to profit from those achievements. They let the world see what happens when their supposed immorality is removed, when there are no more industrialists who forge steel by the megaton, keep the transcontinental train networks running on time, and bring new inventions to the masses. The result is a downward spiral of poverty and destruction. As readers witness how the world treats the Atlases who carry it on their shoulders, and what happens when Atlas shrugs, they gain a new appreciation for these so-called dollar chasers, and they are compelled by the striker's radical moral claim that the selfish pursuit of profit is the essence of what human life requires, and therefore the highest of moral virtues. This view is reflected in an unforgettable courtroom speech by Hank Rearden, an industrial genius who creates a new metal alloy that is stronger, lighter, and cheaper than steel. When asked to defend himself against the charge that he, quote, works for nothing but his own profit, he responds defiantly. He says, "I work for nothing but my own profit, which I make by selling a product they need to men who are willing and able to buy it. I do not sacrifice my interests to them, nor do they sacrifice theirs to me. We deal as equals by mutual consent to mutual advantage, and I am proud of every penny I own. I refuse to apologize for my ability. I refuse to apologize for my success. I refuse to apologize for my money." Unfortunately, while Rearden experiences a lifelong moral transformation from the story of Atlas, most readers do not. While many businessmen derive lasting inspiration from Atlas, they do not attain or pursue an enduring understanding of the moral virtue of profit, and they certainly do not proudly defend their right to practice it freely. Instead, they engage in the same tried and failed tactics of behind-the-scenes lobbying and appeals to the public good that have led to the shrinking of economic freedom in the last 52 years since Atlas has been published, and especially in the last 2 years, just as they did in the years before Atlas Shrugged. Businessmen should make a point of rereading Atlas Shrugged, but this time, in addition to being inspired to greatness by its heroes, they should also pay special attention to the book's radical moral philosophy, a philosophy that has the potential to change how they look at their lives and enable them to fight successfully for their freedom.